So RUF stands for Reformed University Fellowship, and so if you break that down, we are Reformed, which is a Christian doctrinal movement. It's any Protestant church out of the Reformation started as a Reformed church. It just means that we have a high view of grace, a big view of God, and a smaller view of man, that God takes precedence over our thoughts. So Reformed University, we're for the college. We are trying to bless the people around us with the gospel. And we're a fellowship. We're people, a place where Christians gather to be encouraged to rest in Jesus and not their own works, to reflect or to remind one another about Jesus, to be encouraged, and then finally reflect Jesus to the world and show them not only what Jesus looks like in their life, but show Jesus himself, that he is their Savior and has come to help them, a sinner. And so that's what RUF means to me. And their big goal is they want to see people know Jesus. And so their goal is to reach students with the gospel who don't know it, and also to equip students with the gospel who already know Jesus, to equip them to do the Christian life, to live life the way God intended us to, which is with him and by his rule. So RUF's unique in that it is not student-run primarily. RUF is run by a pastor, me, in this situation, but other 150 campuses, it's always run this way, that a pastor will lead it. He will lead it theologically, he'll preach, he'll lead Bible studies, and he'll train others to lead Bible studies. He'll train others to lead. But it is explicitly pastor-led in order to teach students how to be leaders in the future. And so that would be different than FCA and BCM, which is intentionally trying to be student-led, which sounds good and it can be good, but we really are trying to train students to lead in the future, because this is a prime time in their life where I think they're here to get an education and to be trained for the future, and to start practicing some of those gifts now. And that's what you're doing in class. You're being trained to eventually be professional and do those jobs. I want to train you how to be professional, to be Christians, to give you the training you need to do the work of a Christian in the future, and start to practice that on campus now. So RUF was not something that I've ever heard of before until I went to college. And when I enrolled at Penn State, I was looking for just a place to belong, and so I tried lots of things, and I had a connection to RUF through a girl I went to high school with, and so I ended up getting involved in RUF and became a Christian. The very first Bible study is when I first learned about Jesus and I just saw in Romans that he had this offer of giving me all his righteousness and taking all my debt and sin. And I always felt guilty from when I was a little kid. And so it just I'm a risk-averse person, and it made so much sense to me. And from that moment, I wanted to do what this campus minister did for me, which is sit down with people with the Bible and teach them about Jesus, that they could be forgiven the same way that he taught me.